Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Coach. I'm your host, Bobby. So we got a hurricane going on today. What better things to do than talk about a little bit of meal prep? I hope that you found the previous episodes enjoyable. If you have, please tell your friends about us. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure you don't miss out on anything, and we really want to keep growing this fitness family. This week I want to touch on what is needed to have an effective meal prep setup. We're going to discuss some of the equipment and tools that are needed, and I'll offer some suggestions along the way. But before I get into the equipment, I want to address something real quick. My clientele is not made up of fitness professionals. They're everyday hardworking individuals. They're educators. They're law enforcement officers. They're first responders. They're military personnel. I am tired and I don't want to hear the excuse that you don't have time to meal prep. I will call your bullshit on the spot. It's a priority issue, not a time issue. I want to make that very clear. There are people busier than you making it happen. I'm giving you quick recipes and simple tools to help make meal prep easy and cost effective. I fully understand teachers, police officers, and all other professions out there. You get busy throughout the workday. I know that most of these professions, they don't get the compensation they deserve, so money comes into the play. I know this because I spent years in uniform patrol. I get it. But wait, didn't we find time to hit the local fast food restaurants? Hit the drive-thru? Spend money on shit food? And then bitch about being broke and not having any money? Then complaining about how the uniform must be shrinking and our back hurts from the duty belt. Let's face it. Most of our backs hurt because our gut was hanging over the belt from the shitty food we were eating. I have seen countless officers adjust their thinking, their habits, start meal prepping, eating right, getting healthier, and you can do it too. So there's my soapbox. I'm going to get off of it. Let's get back to the program. So laid out on the side of me here, I have all the basic kitchen equipment needed for meal prep. And I'm going to go over all of it with you. As you can see, it's not a ton of stuff, or as you will see, it's not a ton of stuff, and most of it can be obtained for relatively cheap. Now you can go to the latest and greatest, and it can cost you your firstborn, but you don't need to.
So, the first item that I suggest for anybody getting into meal prep is a Sam's Club membership. Actually, I don't care if it's Sam's Club or BJ's or Costco or anything similar in your area. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't mean you have to exclusively shop at these places, but the discounts they offer on certain items will pay for the membership and then some. I use mine to get meal prep containers, seasonings, eggs whites, chicken, lots of kitchen utensils, and things like that. Now, the second item, a simple crock pot. They'll come in a variety of sizes, and the size of the crock pot that you get is going to be based a lot on how much storage room you have and how much food you're going to cook at one time. I have the larger one, and I've cooked up to 6 pounds of chicken at a time. I've cooked pork roast, beef roast, frozen chicken breasts, and even ground beef in here. You load your meat in the crock pot in the morning, set the temp, and 4 to 6 hours later, your lean protein source is done. Now, I team the third item, which is a handheld mixer, with my crock pot. I use the mixer to shred my chicken, my beef, my pork. The mixer also comes in handy for baking, for mixing marinades, things of that nature. The fourth item is going to be pots and pans. As far as pots and pans are concerned, there are only two that you have to have. I'm a huge fan of cast iron frying pans. A cast iron frying pan, if properly maintained, will do all that you need. The other pot is for boiling water, making rice, noodles, vegetables, things of that nature. The fifth item is going to be a grill or a grill pan. A grill pan could be a great addition if you don't have access to a grill. I know some apartment complexes will not allow grills, so this pan is a great alternative. Again, I would go with cast iron if you are going to go with the grill pan. Now, whether it's a grill pan, a gas, or a charcoal grill, it is a meal prep essential for me. It allows me to cook for more flavor, and you can cook just about most meats on that, to include fish. Plus, let's face it, There is some primal satisfaction to cooking meat over an open flame or on a hot piece of iron. Now, while we're talking about cast iron pans or grill pans, it's very important for you to understand how to season, cook, clean, and store your cast iron skillet or grill pan. Do some research into this. Sixth on the list is a blender or food processor, and this is a life and time saver. I use mine for mixing protein shakes, slicing vegetables, shredding cheese, mixing ice cream, see episode 2, crushing ice, or about a million other things. This is the one thing I would suggest spending a little extra money on. Get a good one. I am not endorsing any specific one, but the one named after notorious Asian assassins has been the best one I have purchased. Seventh on the list is the combo of utensils. Measuring spoons, measuring cups, serving spoons, a couple of spatulas, a couple of knives, and scissors are the essential utensils. Now wait a minute. Did he just say scissors? I know, but trust me on this. I have found that scissors make cutting and trimming meat, either before or after it is cooked, so much easier. You can use them on vegetables, and let's face it, they're great for opening packages. Lastly, we come to food storage. I do not use fancy, expensive Tupperware. First of all, it's expensive. Second, you will without a doubt leave food in that container that you will have to throw out because it sat in your car for 3 days in July and it stinks. I use my Sam's Club membership and I buy 24 reusable plastic food containers like these here. They're inexpensive and I don't feel bad throwing them out when the time is needed. From a food storage perspective, a cooler is also a good thing to have. If you want to spend the money on a 6-pack or ISO Fitness lunch bag, be my guest. I have one of each. I use them often, but a simple cooler will work.
So there you have it, guys. Meal prep equipment essentials. Nothing too fancy or expensive. Use these items to your advantage. Keep your meal plan simple, effective, tasty. Once you figure out your schedule, this will become habit. Not only is it going to save your waistline, it's going to save you a little bit of money as well. Until next time, hit it hard, hit it smart, kick ass.